I know he's a busy man, but I met with other presidents. Maybe he'll meet me too.
At your young age, you're still working as a civil rights person. Why?
Well, I don't consider myself a civil rights person. I consider me your grandma and everybody else's grandma. That's who I am. And I expect you to listen when I tell you something.
You decided to write President Trump an open letter.
Yeah,
Why did you decide to do that?
I thought he needed to hear from me. You know, we don't tell our leaders how we feel. And I thought he should know. So I wrote him a letter. I hope he reads it.
What's in the letter?
You want me to read it to you?
Read it to me. Yes, ma'am.
I say, Dear President Donald Trump, today is your inauguration day and also the day for honoring the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his stand for unity and hope. As a lifelong member, as a lifelong educator, I know that what we teach today shapes tomorrow. So if people can be taught to hate, they can be taught to love. I've spent nearly a century working for human dignity and the simple right to enjoy the freedom of being an American. Lately, I've walked for miles in support of that freedom, not just for one, but for all. I've found that this promise of freedom is only as strong as those who chose to uphold it. The question is, will you rise to the occasion, or will you stand still as history passes you by? I've learned that courage is the only thing that can turn hope into action. Leadership is more than policy, it's example. Division is the easy choice. Unity is the courageous one. It takes leaders like you to choose that path, even if it's hard. You have the power to teach us all what is possible when service replaces spectacular, and humanity takes center stage. Let your legacy be one that lifts us, not one that weighs us down. The road to true freedom is long, but I've walked it my whole life. Will you walk with me? Name the time and the place, and I'll meet you there.
When he reads this, how do you want him to respond?
Want him to say, hey, let's get together and decide when we want to do this. That's all I want from him. Don't want him to send it by somebody. I know he's a busy man. But I met with other presidents. Maybe he'll meet me too.
When you did meet with President Biden, what did that feel like? Because most of us won't get that opportunity.
I was overwhelmed. We had walked, we were walking from Texas to Washington, D.C., and then we got 1,500,000 signatures, and we were taking them to Congress. And then the president's office called and said he was signing the bill to make Juneteenth a national holiday. I could have done a holy dance. And I was invited, to see him take that pen and sign that bill into law. And then he gave me the pen. I told you, I could have done a holy dance, But the kids say when I try, I'm twerking, whatever that is.
Miss Opal, being able to accomplish what you have, what do you say to people about working towards their goals to make things happen, to impact the country?
I think the first thing I'd say is that people who are old, I'm 98, they can't sit and wait in a rocking chair for the Lord to come get them. There's too much they can do and too much that needs to be done. We've got the homeless people that we need to look after. I mean, you got to take them home with you, but find a place for them. Your church, your organization, these people need to have a place to live. The mayor of Fort Worth, they've counted 298 homeless people in Fort Worth. I think there's more than that. And she's taken 90 of them and found a home for them and looking for jobs for them and looking for their health, seeing that they get medical attention. Oh, I admire her. And if that succeeds, she's going to go back and get some more of them. I think what she does here in Fort Worth, the rest of the country ought to follow.
What do you say to President Trump about your walk of freedom? What do you want him to know about that and the meaning behind it and why you do it?
He's been here long enough to know how we've been treated, the things that have been denied us, things that we still don't have. He knows those things, and he could do something about it. And I expect him to. I hope I'm not disappointed.
If he invited you to the White House, would you go?
Sure. Hey, in a heartbeat.